Cheers. It feels good to be out. It's been a little while. I went out to Yellowstone, which was fun. So that was awesome. I've always wanted to do that, always wanted to go there and see that. Didn't see any grizzly bears. I did want to see a grizzly. I saw a wolf, saw a bison, and I saw elk, so that was good. I've never seen elk. I don't think I've seen, actually no, think about it. I don't, no, bush plane. But yeah, I don't think I've actually seen either of those three things in the wild before. Actually no, tell a lie, I've seen elk, like a glimpse of elk from the freeway last time I was out there, so. Bison, but I think I saw some bison as well last time I went out that way, but I don't know if they were wild or not. But a wolf I'd definitely never seen. I saw one just across the road in front of me, which was cool. I didn't do much filming out there just because it's kind of hard to film. I was driving around a lot and I was in a campground, and you know, it's like kind of weird filming yourself when there's a bunch of people around. And then I was in South Carolina for my stepson's graduation. He graduated from boot camp for the United States Marine Corps, so he is now officially a Marine, so that was good. Big congratulations to him, obviously, for that. But apart from that, I mean, I've been having some issues with my hip. I've got a problem with my hip right now, and I've started physical therapy, and I've been to the doctor, and the doctor gave me some painkillers, which I'm on right now. And yeah, the physical therapist said there's something going on with like the right side of my hip where it's like, I don't know, it's imbalanced, and one's like, it's getting stuck or something. So when I'm walking, it's causing me a lot of pain on the outside of my hip. So I'm trying to fix that right now. But I mean, for me personally, there's two things in life that I found that help to keep me mentally stable. Not stable, you know, but I do start to get very depressed if I can't get in the woods and I can't exercise, and right now I haven't been able to do either of those things, so I just needed to get out and enjoy this. This is my favourite time of year to be out. It's also rifle season up here for deer, so I am doing some deer hunting whilst I'm up here. I'm right on the edge right now of this big saddle between these two mountains. If you look at it on the topo map, it's like there's a mountain over there which you can probably see, and then I'm on the side of this mountain. It's very, very steep on either side, almost like a canyon. There's a pinch point right there. I sort of walked it earlier, and there was a deer bed down there. Not a deer bedded, but an old deer bed where a bed had been laying down, and there was some sign in there. I came in past a scrape, fresher scrape, but I didn't see any rubs or scrapes in this saddle, which is frustrating. But it's warm today. That's the thing with my hunting season so far. It's been unseasonably warm. Next couple of days are going to be nearly 70 degrees, and it's November, which is insane. Today the high is about 60, and then tomorrow, this is the coldest night we're going to have for a little while, so it's going to be right around 35 up here tonight. Plan right now is I've got a little bit of time before last light. Probably going to go maybe an hour before it gets dark, do some calling over that saddle, see if anything comes in, and if not, I'm going to go sit on the edge of it again in the morning before first light, and then as soon as it's legal shooting light, I'll start doing some calling, and hopefully I'll catch something coming through here, but we'll see. It's kind of a boring meal tonight. I've got this Peak Refuel coconut curry, and I've been dying to try it. I bought it ages ago and I just haven't had a chance to try it. I love curry, but I hate freeze-dried meals, so I'm gonna see how it goes. But moving forward, my plan with my camping stuff is trying to get back to lightening my load. Like, since I started YouTube, I feel like I've just been bringing more and more and more stuff, and it's just getting tiresome. Like, before YouTube, my whole thing was about trying to lighten my load, you know. But yeah, it was all about trying to lighten my load, and since YouTube, since like hot tents and stuff started coming out, I feel like I've just gone the other way, where my bag's just been getting heavier and heavier. It's just becoming cumbersome. So I'm gonna start lightening the load again. That's the plan going forward. But this is actually very good. I'm surprised. This is actually really, really good. Let's try these overnight oats, shall we? I figured, it says refrigerate, but because it was so cold last night, I figured it would do the trick. Not bad. I would make coffee, but I don't have a lot of water, and water seems to be an issue this year. I have noticed. That's kind of what, I haven't seen any deer this morning. I am in an area where I would expect to see deer, and I would expect to see deer sign, but there's like all sorts of little pockets up here that usually would hold water. In most years there would be water in there year round, but this year we've had very little rain. It's not been like a drought or anything, but I have noticed there hasn't been a lot of rain, so there's no water up here. And last time I was out, last week when I got back from South Carolina, the only deer sign that I saw, like rut sign, because it's 2nd of November now, so it should be starting to see some, if there's a deer in the area. The only sign I'd really seen was around water. And the one scrape I've seen on this trip, when I was coming in, was where there was a little creek, and just behind there was, again, like there is here, one of those little pockets that holds water, and it had a little bit of water in there. There was some deer tracks in there and there was a scrape. So that sort of gives me a good idea of what to expect, and obviously tells me that, you know, up here right now isn't going to be a good place to hunt, but that's alright because I scratched it off my list. It's an area that I wanted to get up to for a while, and I know now that it's not going to be any good. So plan right now, throw the pack on and then drop down to an area with more water and hopefully see if we can find some sign, see if there's a buck using the area, and then head out of here. But first I want to find out if there's lower down or they're higher up, and I've tried higher up and there's nothing, so let's go check lower down. So these are what I'm looking for. These are old, I would say probably from last year. This one might be a little fresher because, as you can see, the tree's still green, even though it's been pushed over, but it's not fresh in the last 24 hours. But that's a good sign because I'm actually down by the water now. I'm sort of in this area with a bunch of little beaver ponds and a creek running just along here. And these are just alongside the creek. So as I suspected, they're probably down by water more than they are up on the top. And actually, the first beaver pond I came across, there was a little scrape there as well. So that's a good sign. Obviously I'm not hunting right now because I'm being super loud with this pack on, but it gives me a good idea of which area to come back and look at when the weather cools down next week. Next week the weather's supposed to drop down into the 40s during the day and then in the 20s at night, so that'll be much better for deer hunting because my sort of golden rule is if I can't see my breath when I'm out, especially in the morning, if I can't see my breath, then it's probably not going to be a good day for deer hunting. But you never know. You never know. Ugh, old man knees. Ah. Oh. Oh, give me strength.